Hi, friends. This is not going to be a sit down video like you've seen before. This is sort of a vlog with a little bit of my narration. I decided to capture my husband's birthday, which was an eternity ago. Let's not actually say how long ago it was because I'm super embarrassed by how late I am with the video that I promised to all of our friends and family to share. At the time, I thought my vlogging skills somehow would be enough to capture the moment fully, and I kind of overreached with that one. My vlogging skills are non-existent at this point, or to put it better and a little bit more kindly, completely lost. So I thought I'd add a little bit of narration for a more entertaining watch. This video will probably be only watched by our friends and family members, but if somehow you stumble across it, I hope it can serve as a little inspiration for a couple of ideas for a birthday of a loved one, a friend, or a family member. I am a little bit worried about explaining my thought process and my emotions throughout the preparation and the actual celebration. To some, they might seem silly. To me right now, they seem a little silly. But during that time, I was going through a lot of changes as one does right before their own birthday. And I think it took a little bit of a toll on my emotional well-being. I also want to preface by saying that I feel absolutely fortunate to be able to organize something like that for my husband's birthday celebration. This hasn't always been the reality for me or for us. And looking back, I just wish I was a little bit more present and was able to enjoy the celebration more. But you see what I mean as we go through the video. I started planning the celebration a month and a month before the actual birthday date. The plan I ended up going with was actually the original plan I came up with. I researched the hotels, the restaurants, the activities we were about to do. I planned everything out, and then I sort of got scared and decided to scale down and try to do something a little bit more manageable. I came up with a few ideas. I even spoke to some companies that were able to provide the experiences, but nothing was falling into place. As the time started moving faster, I decided to return to my original idea, which turned out to be the best idea anyway, due to, surprisingly, the weather in Spain. If you've ever been or lived in Spain, you will probably know that in some areas, rain is a very rare occasion. It doesn't really rain much, to the point that during our first year here, whenever it rained, I would run outside or I would hang out of the window just to take the moment in and to embrace it fully. That's how much I miss the rainy weather. However, March apparently has a much higher chance of rain. We lived through 3 springs here, and twice on March 6th it rained. Moving forward, this is actually something I really need to factor into my planning. A week before the birthday, it started to rain heavily every day. Since rain is such a rare occasion in the area we live, and since there were unfortunately a few devastating events in the last couple of years due to rain, I started to panic. I was convinced our train rides would get cancelled or the places I had planned on visiting would be closed due to the weather. Every single day leading up to the birthday, I was checking the weather, the news, hoping and praying that nothing would be cancelled or changed. And I was doing that up until the last night before the birthday and on the morning of the actual birthday. So needless to say, I was pretty stressed. And you will see that in the video, I really cannot hide anything with my face. During the same week, I picked up a gift from our friends for my husband, and I also made the birthday cards. Do I look horrendous? Yes. Did I secure the gift? Also yes. 3 days to go. 3 days to go. It's time to make the birthday cards. I've been doing them for the last 4 years, I would say. Birthday of my husband is probably the only day of the year where I truly go overboard on everything. The way we celebrate, the things we do. I already wrote all the texts and check them. Now it's just the time to write everything down, draw, and make them. Yay! This is everything I need. I think it's gonna take me an hour, maybe an hour and a half. It sounds silly and a little bit childish, but those cards have really become an important part of each birthday celebration in the last couple of years. They sort of serve as a thread that ties together each event and each activity that is planned for the day, and I always find it fun to make them. I absolutely love the fact that I said that it will take me 1 hour to prepare the cards. It took me 2, sure. However, they're ready. I have 1, I have 2, I have 3, I have 4, 5, and 6. I have to try and figure out what we're gonna do on the second day of the trip. I didn't even say what we're gonna do, because you will see. But it's going to be a trip. And I have everything booked as of now, which is 3rd of March. I have the cards prepared, but I don't have a chosen activity for the second part of the second day. That's what I meant. I have some ideas, but I will be able to book things only tomorrow, because Spain works in a weird way sometimes. So yeah, one more thing tomorrow. And we're also so excited. Hey. The first 2 cards were set for the night before, as we had to do a little bit of the preparation before the actual birthday. And those moments are fully recorded.
Что ты не читаешь вслух?
Мне нравится драматизм, с которым...
Они все будут... Это новый подход к этим открыткам в этом году.
Правда, потому что я действительно прочитал Start Packing, я такой, типа, чего? Я такой, yes, you read it correctly. Let's start packing.
Yes.
Okay, what I need to pack? Outfits for activities. Activities, not just one. Swim shorts, flip-flops, underwear. I don't want.
Toiletries.
Toiletries. Это умывальные принадлежности.
Да.
Umbrella, obviously.
Obviously.
Passport. Honey. Passport?
Passport.
Are we going abroad?
You
or
don't
what?
know. Nobody knows.
Or just in case. ID card. Don't forget to...
Don't forget по.
Я думал, тут слово какое-то есть.
Please написано фломастером. Господи.
No, I'll never forget по.
Please don't forget по.
No, I'll never forget по.
First открыточка.
It sounds like a trip.
It does sound like one.
Okay.
Aww, they're together.
That's the right decision.
Ничего себе. I present you with the second one.
Poor will definitely suffer more.
Poor, I'm praying for her. She is
Ханя, на часах не то
sad
время.
for I know. I know. I was tired and overwhelmed.
Сколько ты хотела бы встать.
I know.
становишься зумером, уже не понимаешь, часы такие.
Да.
Че, открыт в Барселоне уже?
На подъезде.
I'm so happy. Okay.
We are late due to technical difficulties.
Okay. Just not much. Мы едем. Когда мы приедем, мы должны будем зачекиниться. Мы должны будем покушать. Там целых 2 активности подряд. Потом ужин. Это very tight schedule.
It is. That's why I'm stressed.
Почему ты пишешь тогда, что it's not much? It's a lot. Looking forward to the lunch.
Yeah, I know.
We ended up being late for lunch, and to my sadness, we had to skip the place that I have chosen. We dropped our things without checking in at the hotel, stopped by at a cafe to grab a quick bite, and went straight into the first activity.
Barcelona.
Что это такое? Почему я такая засвеченная?
Продаются?
Мы пакет.
Oh, now we're talking.
A bit of culture today. Так,
Вот
buy
я вот мог
tickets.
же догадаться, кстати, но я даже не подумал об этом.
А чё?
Ну, о том, что ты меня сюда приведешь.
Ну это не то, что прям очевидно было бы.
Ну, если бы я составлял список мест, куда я хочу пойти в Барселоне, это было бы где-то в первых строчках, понимаешь?
Да.
My husband is honestly the sweetest human on earth when it comes to accepting and rolling with surprises. He was so loving and reassuring, telling me that it does not matter that we missed the lunch at the place that I had planned or that we couldn't go to the rooftop of La Pedrera during the first activity. His childlike happiness from simply being celebrated on his birthday was enough to remind me that none of it was a big deal. And realistically, it wasn't. We returned to the hotel, absolutely beaming, and the lovely woman working at the reception desk walked us to our room. In that moment, I should have realized that something was up because usually you're just handed a key, but she personally took us up. Once we walked in, both our jaws dropped because we had been upgraded, or better said, my husband had been upgraded in honor of his birthday.
Somebody was upgraded for the suite.
Это отель.
Excuse me.
Это лишь одна комната.
Окей, подожди, я запишу вид. Now show around.
Это небольшая ванная комната.
Это как бы скромная наша комната.
Это персональный выход с 6-го этажа.
Да, если вдруг нам захочется с другого этажа выйти, тут просто можно присесть, подумать о жизни. Немножко лестницы. To get those steps in. Потом мы как бы спускаемся. Вот оттуда мы пришли.
Небольшая гостиная.
Небольшая гостиная. Есть у нас мини-бар.
А тут номер больше, чем наша квартира.
Есть тут у нас как бы камин, диван, туда-сюда, лампа. Вид тут на город симпатичный. Вот оттуда мы зашли.
О, еще один туалет.
Sure. Есть еще один туалет. А здесь что? Здесь шкаф, чтобы развесить всю нашу одежду, которую мы взяли с собой. Yeah.
Не взяли с собой одежду, Таня.
Это был сарказм. Thank you, 70. You read my emails. How sweet.
Yeah, that's very sweet.
Very sweet.
Change of the camera because my iPhone ran out of storage and there is literally nothing I can do for my phone to start working. So I'm recording on my computer. Apologies for the disastrous quality and hope we can still run with it. I always make sure to let the restaurant or hotel know when we are coming for a special occasion, not because I am expecting anything, but just so they can acknowledge it with a happy birthday or happy anniversary if they'd like. So this was truly a lovely surprise, which is why during the room tour, we both looked and sounded so genuinely shocked by the gesture.
6 dos, vale. Cuando lleguéis y hagáis el check-in, tenéis que bajar al spa a recoger los albornoces, ¿vale?
Which one?
Relaxed. 6.
Мы же едем наш private вход в спальню.
Попробуем взять с 6-го этажа.
Да.
Вау.
Тут они, конечно, уже прям перешагнули все
Заходи в камеру.
адекватные границы.
Красиво.
Что твой прикольная картина? Не плутаешь сколько? Вот с ягодкой очень хорошая.
Wow, 70 Barcelona. Удивили, так удивили.
Вообще,
Подслушивали.
высочайшее вложение.
Услышали, что Радиссон-то давай пироженку.
За пироженку?
Ну, Радиссон, я сказала, что, типа, Радиссон давали пироженку. Мы сидели тут. Да, мы, ну ладно. Комната здесь лучше,
И
так
они
что
там-
простительно.
Кондуктор
Они такие,
с русского на испанский такие.
Что я вточила твой чизкейк?
Ешь.
Прилично.
Не-не-не, я не сильно голодный. Я вообще не голодный.
Вообще нам нужно идти очень голодными.
Да?
Уже, да.
Причем это чизкейк-то втачиваем.
Ну а что, пропадать будет, что ли, стоять? Вот смотри. Возьми.
Стоп. Помоги мне здесь. Где бы
Красная смородина.
Да, попробовал. Свежая прям грядка. Не шучу.
Барселонский.
Ну уж не знаю, где они эти грядки там разводят, но свежая. Реально.
Очень вкусно.
Очень хорошо.
Да хоть понюхаю. That's all that is available to me. Даже не хочется. Хочется очень.
Не, ну это хорошая кава.
We went to the hotel spa and got ready for dinner, which we ended up walking to. The walk took about 30 minutes through a really beautiful area of Barcelona that I have never really spent much time in, and I was so glad to discover a part of the city that I genuinely loved. The restaurant was a fully plant-based spot that was included in a Michelin guide in 2026. I ended up choosing this particular place because we both haven't eaten meat for about 6 or 7 years, so discovering new plant-based dishes is always something we enjoy. Днем рождения, Хани! Thank you! Thank you! We took a taxi back to the hotel and I gave my husband his card for the second day. I did have a breakfast restaurant picked out, but my husband chose to eat at the hotel instead. He absolutely loves a hotel breakfast, and honestly, I think that ended up being one of his favorite parts of the whole celebration.
Bye-bye, hotel room. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Сюжет.
Растерялся. Не смог вовремя отреагировать правильно.
Ну, да, я согласна с тем, что необычно.
Просто вот эти вот сзади волосы, они выглядят... Они довольно длинные. И если бы они были короче, это, наверное, было бы...
Вау. Вау.
Somehow, between breakfast and getting ready, we ended up running really late for the first activity of the day, despite me specifically asking the taxi driver to take us to a certain entrance of the park. He went a different way. It became clear pretty quickly that we were going to be late for the guided tour, which meant missing the activity altogether. The ticket specifically said to arrive 10 minutes early, so that was entirely my organizational fault. And when I realized that in a taxi, that was the final straw, I have been so nervous throughout this whole entire preparation. A couple of things had already gone sideways on the first day, and now this. So I started crying and somehow managed to make the whole moment about myself. When we arrived at the park, the staff immediately confirmed that we were too late. But when they saw my tears, they were incredibly sweet about it and said that they would try to get us into the next guided tour, which was in 2 hours. We used that time to walk around the park on our own and also for me to calm down and get back to my normal happy self. I'm really glad we were able to be squeezed into that second tour because just walking around on our own honestly didn't do much for us. The park was very busy and without a guide, you just miss so much. So if you ever have the option to book a guided tour there, I really recommend it. So many details you simply wouldn't notice or understand unless someone pointed them out to you. After the tour, we took a taxi to the second activity of the day, which was a Palo Market Fest. I thought it would be a really nice way to end the celebration since my husband loves places that bring together music, food, interesting shops, and just the creative energy of different people all in the same place. It truly ended up being one of the highlights of the whole trip. We discovered so many amazing things, ate really tasty food, and I found the most incredible leather jacket. Probably my little reward from the universe for every stressful moment I pushed through during the planning of this celebration. We made our way back to the hotel, sat in the lobby for a while, let everything sink in, talked through the experiences of the last 2 days, and then took the train back home. The idea behind this celebration was to see Barcelona a little bit differently because every time before I came to Barcelona, either on a work trip or for a friend visit, and we never had a sort of vacation vibe. And having this magical experience for my husband's birthday was honestly so memorable and enjoyable despite my tears and the stress. Like I said, looking back, I do wish I was just a little bit more present and trusted the universe and let myself just enjoy the celebration a little bit more. But overall, I'm happy with how it went. It was a very enjoyable trip, something that both of us will definitely remember in the years to come. And like I said, I am feeling very fortunate for being able to pull such celebrations off and provide such experiences, not only for my husband, but for myself. This is a very hectic way to record a video. And I guess it is sort of aligned with how stressful and hectic in some ways that celebration was. Honestly, it is probably just for myself, for my husband, and for a couple of our friends and family members. But in any case, I hope this was entertaining. This was fun. Maybe there were a couple of ideas you got inspired by. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.